Oh, sorry.
No, I'm
Sorry.
only kidding.
Record.
I should remember. Okay, so, and that's okay. I'll go through this next time. So today is Thursday, and Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, rules the Thursday. And this is exciting because it is the planet of excitement. It is the planet of abundance. So whatever you're calling in, it's expansive. So everything, the energy will be far more expansive. So be very clear with your words, okay? So how this is going to run tonight is that I'm going to ground us in and call in the elements and the directions. And when I do that, I'm going to ask you to visually see a circle creating. And even with our sisters that aren't here, I will speak their names. Just imagine. So right at the moment, there's 7 of us. So you can imagine 7 sisters, which is a great number to have. My ideal number for this is 13, because that's a fantastic number for a coven and a woman's circle. And so I'm calling in that number, but 7 is also good, lucky 7. So we're really good. So Virgo energy is all about practicability. Don't get stuck in having to have everything perfect, which is something that Virgo energy can do. Remember, this is really key, imperfect action. And as you go along from now, so we're in the new moon, the new moon moves into the full moon. So it's building, and it's what we call a waxing moon. So as we build up into the full moon, you have the opportunity to refine your spellcraft or your script if you feel to. If you're really happy with it, that's fine. Something might drop in, and I'll be giving you nudges on the first quarter, and I'm going to do a full moon call. I haven't decided if I'll do it on Zoom or on Facebook Live yet, because that's an extra call, and it's not going to be as long. It's more like a bit of a booster. And then we go into the waning moon, and I'll be talking about that as well. And my idea eventually, if everybody can cope, and these calls, the main 2 calls, the one mentoring call a month and the new moon magic call a month, will always be recorded, and anything else I do will be as well, but they're bonuses. But the idea is to get it so that you're working your magic through all the different phases of the moon. And the new moon is really beautiful to start with, because it's new beginnings. It's calling forth what you desire and then building on that. So remember, a waxing moon is building, and it's when we want to call things to us. The full moon can be used for pretty much anything you want, whether it's to release or call in. It's the most powerful time. And then we have from just after full moon going down to dark moon, we have what's called a waning moon, and that is when we release and let go. So what I'm going to do right now is just take us through a grounding meditation, and I'll try not to take too long. Sometimes I can go in deep and I have no idea of the time, so I'll try to be on a conscious level aware of that. Okay.
I'm just
and
going to close my blind.
Sorry?
I'm just going to close my blind, and I'm just going to mute, because I do have children here, so I don't want anyone else to be 3 boys.
Yeah. Totally
so I'll
fine.
mute me.
Yes,
totally. But I am listening.
That's fine. Okay, so if your visualization wanders off into something else, that's totally cool. All right, don't worry about it. And I think for tonight, I will try not to go into a long one. I never know what I'm going to do. It always comes to me as I'm doing it. So I don't plan anything, but the main thing is to be grounded and, you know, hold our circle. And then at the end of the call, it's really important to open that circle, or close that circle off. We're opening the circle and then we close it off. So I'll just wait for Karen to sit back down. So, oh, nice lighting. Yay. Nice. Okay, beautiful ones. I'm going to ask you to close down your eyes. I'm actually in bare feet. I like to be in bare feet so I can feel the ground. I've got wooden floors, but it's totally up to you. I suggest for these calls we don't lie down, because if you're anything like me, you'll go to sleep. So we want to stay awake. And closing down your eyes, connecting in with your breath. And just your normal breath, just being mindful of it, feeling it flowing in and flowing out. And all of our breath is always about receiving as we breathe in and giving as we breathe out. That's that beautiful, everlasting cycle of receiving, giving, receiving, and giving. And then I want to take you through 3 deep breaths. And I'm inviting you to take in these deep breaths. And as you breathe in, just go in as far as you can. Don't push yourself. And as you're breathing in, that's about receiving. So be conscious of being open to receiving all that is good for you and what you're desiring to conjure. And then I'm going to ask you to hold it to the count of 3 or 4 to stabilize it, and then release with an out breath, with a sigh, as you let go of anything that might be there to sabotage you. And you might not know what that is, but it's just allowing everything to move out that is not helpful and conducive to you for this work tonight. So let's take in our first breath. Remember, receiving, holding, and releasing. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Breathing in again, receiving, holding, letting go, releasing. One more time. Breathing in to receive the love, abundance, joy, support, protection. Releasing anything that doesn't serve. Returning back to your natural rhythm of breath. Remembering it's receiving, giving, receiving, and giving. And I'm going to invite you to visualize, to help us form our circle. Firstly, to ground and connect. And whether you have your feet planted on the ground or not, just visualize that there's this beautiful energy from your breath moving down and through your mouth, right down through your body to the tips of your toes. And these golden threads, bless you, these golden threads are moving down into Mother Earth. And these roots begin to expand and grow in all directions. They're golden, they're abundant, they're beautiful. And you're connecting with all the energy of Mother Nature, her divine nourishment, her support, her giving. And as she gives to us, we receive, and vice versa. Just feel that beautiful connection. Take notice of what you feel. You may feel to journal that later. Doesn't matter if you can't remember. Just connecting in, feeling beautifully grounded. And then, as we take in our next breath in, we're going to draw up through Mother Earth, through those golden roots and threads, back into our feet, right up to the top of our head, to our crown chakra, and out and up into the universe, the cosmic energies. And these threads have become silver, beautiful silver light, reaching the moon, reaching the stars, reaching the sun, and connecting with that divine cosmic energy that is also sending down its magic, its energy, down through our crown chakra and into our body. And visualize the energy of the cosmos coming down through our crown chakra, out through our feet, and circling back up again. So we have this ever moving circle of cosmic energy moving through us. And the golden energy of Mother Earth coming up through our feet, in, out our crown chakra and back down and returning again as another ever flowing circle. So here we have the divine, cosmic and earthly magic and energy flowing through us, within us, without us. And then I'm going to invite you all into the circle, sisters. Even though some of you couldn't be here, you are here in energy. And first I welcome Rosie. Thank you, Rosie, for being here. It's an absolute honor to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Karen, it is an absolute honor to meet you and have you join us. Thank you, dear sister, for being here. I welcome.
Honor to be present.
You're welcome. Thank you. I welcome Jan, the divine goddess woman. I feel your strength and power here, Jan. And beautiful Joanne on the other side of the world, or in the northern hemisphere. A very magical soul indeed. Thank you for being here. Eliza May, this is a new journey for you, and it's so exciting to have you here. Thank you. Martina, absolutely, I know your energy is here. You've touched base. Welcome and thank you. And dear sisters, I invite you to feel and see all of us standing in a circle, holding hands, with right palm facing down, left palm facing up. And greeting each other just by looking, nodding, smiling, and feeling the energy flowing through our hands. Imagine the circle of golden energy of Mother Earth and the silver light of the cosmic energies moving through us, our hands, and creating this beautiful light, golden silver light circle. And as we see this light, the threads, the gold and the silver, begins to expand outward, below and above us. and eventually forming this most divine protective bubble where no harm can come. Only we can invite energies in. Nothing can penetrate our beautiful sacred circle. I invite the elements north, east, south, west to guard the four corners of earth and the cosmic energies, the universe. I call on the elements, air for swift communication, creative communication. I call on earth to ground, protect, and support us. I call on fire for our passion and swiftness in conjuring our desires, the rebirth of what we're calling in. And I call on water for her ever flowing energy, her intuition, her beautiful, beautiful sensitivity. And just feeling in, welcoming the elements, welcoming the directions, giving thanks for them being here. Very much appreciate it. And my loves, my lovely sisters, if you feel to call in any angels or guides that you know that can be with you. I feel that Karen, your mother, has visited to support you and hold you here tonight, and she is most welcome. If there's anybody else, I invite you to call them in. You can speak it out loud if you wish, or you may speak it in your mind. And let them know that we are here as a collective, as the sacred feminine, to create and conjure divine magic, to live a fulfilling and beautiful life, and to never do any harm to any other. All that we do is always for the good of all. I'm going to ask you once again to take in 3 beautiful deep breaths, reminding yourself of the receiving and the giving. First breath in. I'm calling in love for all of us and releasing any unwanted energies. In the second breath, I call in abundance. May we all live an abundant life and conjure our desires. Breathing out, I release all unhelpful energies. And breathing in, I call in peace. Peace for all. Peaceful journey, a graceful journey in conjuring your desires and releasing all that does not serve. Releasing it all with love, grace, and appreciation. And as we gently return to our natural rhythm of breath, I'm going to invite you to start being aware of our space. Before we open our eyes, I just want to share with you what I'd like you to do to invite you in to officially open our circle. So do wiggle your toes. your fingers, smile. And when we open our eyes, just to acknowledge each other, look at each other in the eyes. You can bow, you can smile. And then we're going to clap together 3 times as I officially open the circle. So when you're ready, coming back gently, opening your eyes, looking at each other. Welcome, beautiful sisters. I'm going to invite you to clap with me, to re-energize the energy and let our conjuring begin. 1, 2, 3, and we begin. Yay! If you feel to share anything, please unmute. How you feel? Did you see anything? Feel anything? If there's things you want to keep to yourself, that is absolutely fine too. There is no one way of doing anything, but we can spend just say a minute each to share before we move forward.
I'm happy to go. I felt obviously very relaxed, but I felt extremely light. And it was almost like my spirit wanted to come out of my head. Like I could just feel like I felt like I was lifting, like something wanted to, I don't know what it was wanting to release, but it just felt like, it just felt like something wanted to be released out through here though. It was pretty amazing. And I just felt very, very light.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I got really goosebumpy then. And that's just what dropped in for me, and it may feel right for you, it may not. If that happens, like, allow it, but that was more like you're rising and that expansiveness of your essence of being. It's like, here I am and I'm ready. That was what came to me just then. Beautiful.
Yay. Yay, nice. I really loved the intertwining of the gold and silver. No, I was like surrounded by it. It was surrounding all of us. I got lost in that bit. That was beautiful. And I felt the sisters. I was seeing the holding hands. That was nice. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Beautiful. And with having your right palm down, so you place it on, I should have explained this to you, on the person next to you is their left hand, and your left hand, they're placing their right hand on top. And so that's the giving and receiving. And the energy is flowing and it's beautiful. Yeah. And when you do this in person, and who knows, maybe sometime next year we could get together and actually do a live circle. That energy,
amazing,
you can feel,
be amazing,
is magical. It's magical. Or you could come up and stay here, because we're in big open space and the sky is amazing. So
beautiful.
Yeah, so that's something that we can plan as well. So I'm just going to show you, like, I called 4 oils to me, so I'm just going to make a little blend. I've got my apophyllite and my clear crystal that's got little a couple of little bubbles and little balls of tourmaline in it. You can't actually probably see. I can see one little one, but so they're what I felt drawn to. So apophyllite is associated to the angelic realm, and I love angels, and I know they're with me. I smell them, like very similar. Karen, I often get smells of perfume come by me, and I have forever. And I always know that for me it's an angel. That's what I always feel. And clear quartz is universal, so opening, for me it's about opening up the energies, and the tourmaline in it grounds me, because I've only got one earth in my chart and I need grounding. So then, and I'm just explaining this to you to give you an idea. So Jasmine, I love. She is my forever signature single essential oil, and you might like this, and I'll be taking you through different oils as we go through the mentoring sessions. So Jasmine is ruled by the moon. So she is a moon goddess. So I always use her in moon magic. And she's the mermaid of the ocean. She's very sexy and sensual, but she is alluring. She lures lovers, energy, whatever she desires, she lures it to her. And she's very playful, like if you imagine a mermaid frolicking in the ocean, and she's playing with the dolphins and the whales and whatever else that is there. So she's a really beautiful, playful energy and very connected to the moon. Vetiver, for me, is all about grounding, keeping me absolutely planted on the ground, because it's very easy for me to fly off out into the ethers. Juniper is ruled by Jupiter. So it's a beautiful oil for expansion, and I wanted to bring that enhance that energy into my spell. And sandalwood. Sandalwood is about unity. It's very spiritual. It's balancing. It connects you to the earth and the universal cosmic energies, and then brings it all down and aligns it. It balances your chakras. But one of the reasons why I chose sandalwood is because it's about letting go and moving forward. It is it's like releasing so that you are open to receiving. So that's why I chose them. Later, when we've done our little spells, I'm going to pull some other cards to enhance our spells. So what we do now, basically, if you want to share anything, we can do it after. I just wanted to take you through that to give you an idea. There is no hard, fast rules in my way of doing magic. If what I do and say is a guideline. Trust what works for you and what feels right for you. Okay, that's the most important, because it's what your soul is calling in and what your is going to align you and resonate with you the best. But I just pop in these ideas so you can have an idea. By the way, vetiver and sandalwood are very earthy oils. So once again, we're in the earth sign of Virgo. And detail is important. And that's why I'm saying to you, don't worry if you don't get it right tonight. And you've probably been working on this, because I've invited everybody to work on this. And because it can be refined as you go up to full moon, and you might decide that you need to rewrite it. That's okay. There's no right or wrong. So what I'm going to invite us to do is to start writing down your spell. So what I like to do is write it out 3 times. If it's a long script, just do it once. If it's a paragraph, do it three times minimum. Okay, so it's totally up to you. But the more you write it, the more you're creating those new neural pathways. So we're working with magic here. We're working with art, the art of magic. We're working with science, with the cosmic energies and Mother Earth. And also there's art and science in everything that we do. Energy is a science, it has been recognized scientifically. I believe magic is a science, it's an art as well. So we're working with retraining the brain and working, because when we do spells, when we do intentions, affirmations, or whatever it is, and we use something like an essential oil or perfume, we are actually anchoring that into our brain to create new neural pathways, which then activates our reticular activating system, and then we actually the reticular activating system puts us into action to creating what we desire. So another point is, once you've written it, we're then going to speak it, and we'll all mute for that, because speaking and writing uses different areas of the brain. So again, you're strengthening neural pathways. So I just wanted to add that in, that there is science in this, but I love to be in the mystical, magical energy. But, you know, it's important to bring in the facts as well. So let's spend a few minutes writing. If you finish before anybody else, just stop and wait, and you might read over it. You might choose to write it one more time. And as I said, if it's long, just write it once. If it's short, write it at least 3 times. If you have a question, let me know.
Okay.
What's the briefest guideline for writing? Like, what, as you said, at the moment we're in the new moon. Is that correct?
New moon is all about beginnings. Calling things in.
Yeah. So I'm asking to receive things.
Yep. Yep. And so what you can do
And be
is,
specific.
oh, sorry, there's a bit of a lag. I didn't mean to cut you off. So if you feel strongly about your needing to release something, you can flip it to say, you know, say for example, you need to release some negative energy. What you can do, you can work on that on the waning moon, or if you really feel you need to do it now, do it. So what you want to do is call in the support and help to support you in releasing. If you're calling something to you, which is the ideal thing, but like I said, what feels right for you? So it's about receiving.
So can I be essentially calling in a positive outcome to a situation?
Yes, you can.
And it's tangible, and a positive outcome to a, okay, beautiful.
And if you know what the outcome is, write it as if it already is. Just as you write an affirmation, write as if it already is. So how I start sometimes is like, you know, I'll get a bit theatrical and I call upon the ancient powers to support me in, I have to find a beautiful place for my horses. I may have a place, and which means I may have to move. So I can, you know, call in the ancient powers. I can call in my spirit guides, the angels, the elements, the directions to support me in finding what I need. And then it would be, you know, I know the elements of that I want, like if it's a lover, or if it's for your business, Rosie, for, you know, a successful opening, and you can visualize and see people flowing in and out. And, you know, if you have a specific amount of money that you want to receive each day or each week or each month, write that down, because every day you're going to focus on that. Okay, so it can be whatever you want, but it's good to constantly calling it in and seeing it, visualizing it. So call it in, then see it. Remember, there's no hard, fast rules. Just write what you feel to, because this is your first time, and then you can refine it. How are you going, lovelies?
Good.
Yeah? Yeah, let me know when you're ready.
I've written mine out twice. I just need to write it one more time. Is that
That's
correct?
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I won't be in my
No, that's fine.
It is a little bit long, but I won't be in.
No, it's cool. How are you going, Rosie? You right?
Yeah, I've written mine out. I just wrote it. I'd already written it, but I wrote it out again in a better way.
Great.
But I've through it several times. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just going to type in a verse that you can put at the end of your spell. So in the chat box, you can see there's a little chant that I always do at the end of my spell work. You're muted.
Sorry, how do I access the chat? There we go.
Just down the bottom, you'll see. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
It's been around for a long time.
Has it?
Yep.
Does the as we go through the cycle of the moon, if we find better ways of articulating what it is that we're asking for, but it's the same intention, we've just found better ways or more effective ways of articulating the same intention, it doesn't change the energy of the spell?
No, in fact, it empowers it because you're refining it, so it potentizes it.
Okay.
And the more energy you put into it, the sooner it will come to you. Now, some things come really quickly. They can happen the next day. Others might take a year. It depends on how big your goal is. And so, for example, for me, I have called in a new home and I want my horses with me and I know exactly what I want. But I don't have to move for 6 months. But I'm putting that intention out there because I want to have time to spend on it. But it won't also stop me from doing other spells, but also I can refine it. And what I'm doing is I will add to it or rewrite it. So the more energy you put into it, the better. And I'm going to pull some cards for us and then we can close up. Eventually what I want for us is where we come on and we're so involved that we will just cast the spell, do the magic, close the circle, and then we can have, a cuppa together or something like that. But during the beginning, you know, they'll be explaining and talking. It's all a process. It's a journey. Like, this is not something that I can give you everything in a really short time. So, you know, how long you choose to say is getting my word, it's totally up to you. But we're just going to get, you know, more and more connected, and the energy is going to rise, and I have a few plans for us, but I'm still not clear on them yet. So we will just see. We will just see. I'm thinking my goal is to run this for a year, right? Because a year would be a good lot of training. And then for anybody, I'm not 100% sure yet, but then I'm thinking of making it not paid. If we have a collective that have stayed together for that time, we will just do it as we will be a coven. That's my idea. So it won't be a membership, because a year of training will give you everything you need. So if you're still around, that would be amazing. So that's what my kind of goal is. I've kind of shifted a couple of times, but I've thought, and then what I'm going to do is run magical calls where people can just come in and pay. Like, I did this a couple of years ago, and last year it was just like $25, and we had a 90-minute new moon magic or full moon magic call, and we just did rituals and spells. So yeah, but I'll run it through all of you once you get into the vibe and how you feel, and if you're still here in 6 months, and see how we go. Right. So I'm going to pull, these are some astrological cards that I have, one of my mentors that I've done. I studied astrology 20 years ago when I was doing, well, actually after I was doing aromatherapy. I'm just wondering, I actually think I might have studied astrology more like 25 years ago. Anyway, and I've been back studying it to refine my skills, because I've really devoted myself to the aromatherapy aspect, and now I'm ready to really refine my skills in astrology and build them up, which is happening quite quickly. And tarot, which I also studied 20 years ago, which I can't remember a lot of it. So I like bringing cards in, but these are astrological. So what I've got, this is half the deck, but I've brought in the planets and the signs. And so basically I just pull, and the elements, I pull 3 cards, and whatever comes out, I'll get you to write them down, and we can use that energy to potentize and enhance our spell, our conjuring. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I do it differently sometimes. Okay, I'm going to pull. So, oh, beautiful Libra. That's me. Okay, Libra is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and abundance. Yay! And Venus is a beautiful goddess to work with, and Libra is also about justice, fairness, and balance. So what I'll do is I'll put this into our group as well. I'll take a photo and I'll put an explanation so you've got it there. But that's a really nice energy to have. And Libra helps you to see all sides of everything. Often we're called fence sitters, but we see every side of everything. And it's about justice and fairness and that beautiful Venusian energy. Libra is an cardinal air sign, so leadership, and air is all about communication. So there's that beautiful influence of Venus, the loving, the beautiful, energy, the sensuality. She's a beautiful feminine essence, communicating in a harmonious, balanced, and fair way. fear, as in F-A-I-R. Some people, because of my accent, don't know what I'm saying sometimes. So when I was lecturing, I used to have to spell out certain words. So we've got Libra. It's funny when people used to say to me, do you mean fear? I think I said it right then, as in scared, or fear, the playground that you go to. I always remember laughing because that was something I used to get asked a lot when I was lecturing, Rosie, because people didn't know what I was saying. Beer's another one. Do you mean the animal or the drink? Okay. Oh, what have we got? Earth, great, nice and stable and grounded. Like this is fixed, and that means that it's going to really help to ground and stabilize our energy. And of course, having the help of beautiful Mother Earth. So supportive, connection, stability, grounded, nourishing. So really, really nice. It's a fixed sign, so earthy signs can be fixed means, not budge. So that can be a positive or a unhelpful. So let's take it as a positive. Okay, and I'll just do one more. I've got a couple more to choose from. Doing pretty well considering we were running late.
All good.
Oh, Capricorn again. Okay, good old Capricorn. Capricorn is the sea goat, so there's a bit of mermaid energy here. However, it's a very fixed earth sign. Capricorn is very articulate and very much in the head, even though it's an earth sign. Very good with structure and holding things together, staying on track. Okay, staying on track. So they're the three cards that we've pulled. And I just want to see, I just wanted to see what was underneath here. And we're going to use this. We've got the support of the moon. So again, that feminine essence. The moon rules our emotions. So it's how we respond or react. We want to respond in a very positive, helpful manner. And yeah, perfect to pull the moon card. She's water. So that beautiful ebb and flow of the tide. So there might be a little bit of this with your conjuring. That's okay. You've got Capricorn and Earth to help you stay grounded and on track. Alrighty. Okay. So, alrighty. Oh, and I'm just going to... These are little feeling cards, so I thought I'd pull one that can be for the, sometimes they surprise me and I think, oh no, I don't want that card, but I trust what comes up. Do you ever do that? You pull a card and you think, oh no, I don't want that, yuck, but you need it. So you'll have your own interpretation of what it, I'm giving you points, but you can certainly have your own. So they're little round cards and they're really hard to shuffle. I'm just going to put them down, pick up one. Oh, nice, celebration. So celebrate yourself, what you're desiring to call in, the outcomes, and celebrate it every day. Bring the joy and the excitement of celebration into this. Celebration is great. Celebrate creating and manifesting what you desire. Remember, act or see it as if it is now. I get a bit excited. I can't wait to get all my oracle cards as well. I've got quite a few, but I bought one deck with me, and I've got these beautiful soul cards my daughter has bought me for my birthday coming. I won't read it, I'll just tell you because I'll post it in the, these are Kuan Yin, the Kuan Yin Oracle. They are absolutely beautiful. I feel, I love the artwork. I feel really connected to them. So when I moved up here, I thought, okay, I can't take all my cards because they won't fit in the car because I just came up in my car. So I thought, what deck do I want? Because I didn't expect everything to be in storage for this long. So I bought Kuan Yin, a beautiful goddess to work with. She is all about compassion, love, support. If you've got cards and you feel to draw at any time, don't overdraw, but you might feel every week or something to draw a card and just call in that energy. What do you need now? I don't ask specific questions when I'm pulling cards. I always ask what I need or what is, you know, what is good for me right now, because that's just how I feel. So big cards, I'm going to, what do we need right now? What have we got? I can't read it back to front. Tai Chi Rising. Oh, that's a bit exciting. I'll just give you the keywords. I won't read it because we've got to close the circle and I don't like rushing, but I just have to do this. Okay. Okay, this is just brief, but you don't have to write it, so just listen. Your energy field is growing stronger with more spiritual electricity pulsing through your being. Nice. Take time to nourish your nervous system as it adjusts and be gentle with yourself as you adjust to increasing levels of spiritual potency, which gives more impact to your words, actions, and thoughts. Perfect. So I will put that in our group as well. Alrighty, my loves. Does anybody want to share anything before we close our eyes and close the circle?
When do I have to say my spell, or was writing it
I'll do a Facebook Live on it, but so every day, if you can write it out as many times as you feel to or you can and speak it. And what I like doing is I will pick it up and I walk around in a circle. It's like I'm conjuring this energy, and it can be visualize whatever you want and putting it out in the earth, and I'll just speak it. I do it at least 3 times. Okay, you don't have to walk around in a circle. And if you want to, candle magic is really good. We will be doing candle magic, but it's really good to, it's my favorite magic. But, you know, light a candle. I like the candle to fully burn though, but you can light a candle, don't leave it if you like. You know, I like it to fully burn once I've lit it. But if you can't do that, that's fine. You can use a birthday candle and do one every day. Okay, and then just light it, because they burn really quickly, maybe in 30 minutes. So you need to allow yourself.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah.
I really like that idea of doing like a little birthday candle.
Yeah, and you can do it every day if you want, or as often as you want. Sometimes I'll do like a whole day one, like a 5-hour one, because that for me is putting in a lot of energy, but lots every day is good. But the idea is to focus. It's hocus pocus focus, remember? So create the magic, call it in, and focus on your desire every single day. If you use essential oils, like I anointed my page, I smelt it while I was reading it and writing it. I've anointed myself. And what essential oils or your perfume does is you use it, whether you use anointing or a spray, you breathe it in, you speak or write or do both, your intention, and it anchors it into your brain. So every time you smell that perfume, it will trigger your desire, your spell that will come to the forefront of your mind. So I'll leave this on my altar and I can just walk by it, smell it. My journal will be on the altar and I can just read it. Sometimes I move it around the house with me, like I'll put at night when I go to bed, I'll read it before I go to sleep. Sometimes I have it on the coffee table while I'm binging on Netflix and I'll read it, just to constantly have it in my energy. No hard fast rules with the magic that I share and teach. Do what works best for you, but the more you give it, the faster it will work. And if it doesn't work, then you need to shift something. And if you're having issues like that, then that's a call. We can do one of the mentoring calls on things like that. Okay. So I'll put in our next call will be in 2 weeks. I'm not sure, maybe a weekend. The next new moon call will be in the morning so that the US girls get to be here. So I'm going to alternate, do a night one and a mid-morning one. And then the other mentoring ones, if you can't be there, that's fine. But it's the more that, like, so it's 2 official calls a month, but then you get to ask questions and we get, so much more comes out. But those 2 will always be recorded. I think the other things I don't know, haven't decided yet. Might take a group vote whether I do Zoom or Facebook Lives for the others. I think the mentoring, anything extra that I do is good to have in the Facebook Live because it will always be there. But then it's good to always have the videos. I can set up an area in YouTube that you can go to that will be for the Academy of the Magical Arts that nobody will have. I'm thinking that's going to be better. All right, my lovelies, let's close our eyes and close off this evening, but we're going to open the circle. So connecting with your beautiful breath. And here we are standing in the circle with all sisters. Feeling the energy. Wherever we are, the energy is with us. All we have to do is tap into our heart, visualize that beautiful energy within us, without us, and within the Academy of the Magical Arts, our beautiful sacred coven. I give thanks to the elements, earth, air, fire, water, for being here with us, supporting us this evening. May you leave with grace and know that you are appreciated. Thank you to the directions, north, south, east, west, for guarding the corners of the earth and the cosmic universe for us to keep us safe and protected. May you leave with peace and joy, knowing that you are appreciated. I give thanks to you all, sisters, Rosie, Karen, Jan, Joanne, Martina, Eliza May, and myself. And with that, I declare the circle open. The energy is protected and safe until we meet again in our coven. May you all be in magical centered bliss. When you feel ready, opening your eyes. Thank you for being here. Blessed be, sisters. Until we meet again. If you have any questions, you feel unsure about anything, put it in our page, because all your questions, unless it's something very private or personal, then direct message me. But every question you ask can help somebody else. And I would love you to put some feedback on our page to give the others some inspiration as well. That would make my heart sing. I'm so grateful for you turning up. It just really helps to hold the energy and supports us all. It's so exciting.
Yes, thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Rosie, as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen.
I'll
Oh,
put
so
that-
nice.
It was good. It feels good. So just ground yourself when you come out. Have a drink of water, maybe a cup of tea. I'm going to have a cacao. I always have a cacao before I do spell work, or I have them every day, and one after, because it grounds me. But it's also, cacao is beautiful to work. We might do it, we'll do a cacao ceremony. It's about unlocking hidden yearnings. It's magic.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So, and please check about the equinox, because if you want to, I'm happy to do an extra call on Zoom for the spring equinox. Because again, it's about new beginnings, and we can either do a spell or just talk about what we want to call in. If you feel to be open about it, I'm open to ideas. It doesn't have to be a big call. But it's up to you. So that's the 22nd of September, which is Tuesday night. If it's too hard for you all to get on, I'm happy to do something on Facebook Live, or I might record it and put it in our YouTube channel. So let me know if you want me to do something and join. That's great. If not, I can do a bit of a ceremonial thing and put it up. All right, dates and everything will be up. Thank you, gorgeous ones.
Thank you, guys. So
Bye
lovely.
now. Ciao, Bellas.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Can I take a screenshot? Yes, just for our page. Wait.
No.
Yay. Okay.
Yay.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye, sister. Bye.
Bye, sisters. Blessed be.